23 runs, last 3 overs. A better spell for the Chennai Rhinos. They've now upped their run rate to 6.67. Courtesy of the last 3 overs run rate being 7.67. That's what they want. To try and head to that 140, perhaps 150, as Rohan was mentioning. To reach a certain measure of, I'm not saying safety, but challenge. Because we know that the Karnataka Bulldozers have a very strong batting side. Never easy in the first few overs to know how hard to go, because you want to make sure you have wickets left for the final surge. Last 4 or 5 overs. Tarun Sudhir has that peculiar action where keeps shuffling for 5 or 6 steps and then comes in with his 3-step run up. 7 wickets though, you can't argue. And a decent economy rate, good average. So he's done well for the Bulldozers. Confusion about whether to bring Long off in, but he's sort of halfway there, which seems to be a funny position.
Well, that should have been a single. And speaking about long off, that's a very, very funny position, because he's not going to save a single from there, nor is he going to be able to save a boundary. Maybe that's a catching position. Maybe they think, you know, he's going to sky it and not really time it. But it's a funny position.
Prithvi unable to find timing. It was a fuller length, but Prithvi, instead of looking out for the big shot, for heaven's sake, what your role right now, having just come in, is to make sure you put a little bit of bat to ball, find a small gap and go for the single to bring Vikrant in to strike.
Well, that's well hit. Found the gap. Got a lot of bat behind that. And that's raced away to the cover point boundary. It's going to take a little pressure off him, because the first 2 were dot balls. And this is going to definitely take a lot of pressure off him.
He got a little lucky there. He did find the gap, yes, right in the middle of those 2 cover fielders. Played it up in the air, and it's a little more angle to that, or a little straighter, and he would be walking back to the pavilion. Better, really, to make sure that you take a single and bring Vikrant on. How many times do we have to say that now? Prithvi, come on, a little more sensible here.
Cuts hard, and that's very good field placement by Sudeep. Unorthodox deep point. Look at that. The entire crowd has just gone ballistic, because they've seen their favorite, Venkatesh. Ooh, the noise is deafening.
Well, he's a big draw, and I know that he must be extremely disappointed at not having led his side to the final, despite being favourites in the eyes of many of us. But it's good of him to turn up. Good spirit. And he was very gracious after his semi-final loss as well at the presentation arena. Ishwa next to him played very well.
Oh, top shot. Top shot. Delicate. It's not just all about power with Vikrant. That's a super cricketing shot by Vikrant.
Rona really liked that. It was deliberate, and he squeezed it inside of the short third. He needed a lot of skill to get that shot racing to the boundary. Played it with very good hands, soft. Knew exactly what he was doing. That's the kind of cricket we like to watch. Smart cricket by Vikrant. And how often have you said, Prithvi, put Vikrant on? He did, and a boundary resulted. So 9 off the over, and ball still left.
Once again, but there's a fielder posted. A very unorthodox deep point. Comes round to collect it. It's 1 to end the over. 10 runs from the last one. 70 after 10 overs.